Pay very close attention right now, because what I'm about to tell you can completely change the way you see your life. Everything you have achieved so far, and everything you have failed to achieve, was decided not by physical effort, but by how your mind responded to your own commands. And here is the truth most people are afraid to admit. Either you control your mind, or your mind controls you. There is no middle ground. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself you would start a new habit only to quit after a few days? How many times have you said you would focus, but found yourself lost in distractions, social media, instant pleasures, and endless excuses? This doesn't happen because you are weak. It happens because your mind is like a wild horse. If you don't learn how to tame it, it will drag you wherever it wants. Now imagine something different. What if you could make your mind obey your commands? Imagine waking up every morning full of energy without fighting laziness. Imagine achieving the car, the house, the life you dream about, not 10 years from now, but sooner than you ever thought possible, because your mind leads you to daily habits that build wealth and success automatically. Imagine opening your bank account and seeing numbers that once felt impossible. Imagine living where you want, traveling where you want, realizing it all began not with luck, not with money, but with one simple shift, making your mind work for you. This is not fantasy. This is psychology. Napoleon Hill said it clearly. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But wanting is not enough. You must program your mind. Your brain works like a system that follows instructions. If you install new patterns of discipline, courage, and prosperity, your life changes with it. That is what this message is about. And it begins with understanding that your brain builds pathways based on repetition. If you repeatedly give in to laziness, your brain records it as normal. If you constantly doubt yourself, insecurity becomes automatic. Your mind becomes trained to obey your past instead of creating your future. That inner voice telling you to delay, to avoid, to doubt, it isn't your true self. It is old programming. Years of absorbed beliefs, criticism, comparison, and fear created patterns you never consciously chose. Every day you run on autopilot, repeating routines without questioning them. But that autopilot can be rewritten. Just as you learned habits that limit you, you can teach your mind habits that empower you. Your brain does not distinguish between truth and repetition. Whatever you repeat becomes reality to it. This is the great divider between dreamers and achievers, the power of repetition. Your mind is fertile ground. Every thought you repeat plants a seed. At first, the seed seems weak, invisible, but repeated daily, it grows roots, then strength, until what once felt imaginary becomes real. Neuroscience confirms that repeated thoughts and actions build stronger neural pathways. At first, the path is fragile. Over time, it becomes the main road your life travels. When you repeat belief in your capability, your brain accepts it as natural. The impossible begins to feel achievable. That is why disciplined repetition transforms doubt into certainty. Champions, leaders, visionaries all began by repeating belief before evidence existed. They trained their minds until failure felt unacceptable. But most people never reach greatness because they fall into a silent trap, quitting too soon. When habits begin to change, discomfort appears. Your brain resists change because it prefers familiar patterns. Fatigue, distraction, and lack of motivation are not signals to stop. They are signs that transformation has begun. Most people give up at the moment progress is closest. They abandon their goals just before building a new identity. Those who persist past discomfort become unstoppable. Consistency is the real code of success. Talent, luck, opportunity matter far less than daily commitment. Your brain forms identity through repetition. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, you reinforce the belief that you are disciplined. Over time, discipline stops being effort and becomes who you are. A person who acts consistently becomes someone who cannot easily quit. This identity shift changes everything. Small daily actions shape your future self. Wake earlier, study with purpose, practice focus. These repeated steps seem small, but months later, they transform your habits, body, mind, and results. Beliefs are the commands your subconscious follows without question. If you believe success is hard, your mind will sabotage progress. If you believe you are capable, your brain searches for solutions. Beliefs are not facts, they are repeated programs. By intentionally installing new beliefs, ordinary people become extraordinary. Repetition strengthens mental wiring. Thoughts repeated with conviction reshape your internal reality. But belief without action changes nothing. Faith must be expressed through behavior. High performance requires rituals, not vague intentions. When daily rituals are established, decisions become automatic. Morning focus, goal visualization, immediate action. These routines signal alignment between belief and behavior. Success is not built on dramatic leaps, but on small, consistent steps. Each disciplined action is a brick forming the foundation of victory. 6 months of small improvements reshape identity. A year of consistent action builds a new life. There comes a moment when momentum appears. Opportunities seem to emerge. The world feels aligned. This is not luck, it is focused attention. The brain filters reality based on what you repeatedly emphasize. When your mind is trained toward prosperity, it highlights opportunities previously ignored. Thoughts infused with purpose become magnetic forces. Focused minds attract aligned possibilities. Prosperity is not a destination, but a cycle. Thought creates belief. Belief drives action. Action forms habits. Habits generate results. Results reinforce belief. Negative beliefs produce negative cycles. Empowering beliefs create upward momentum. When success becomes identity, effort transforms into natural flow. You become the type of person who attracts opportunity, confidence, and achievement. Imagine looking back months from now, realizing that the shift began when you chose to command your mind instead of obeying old patterns. The impossible exists only until you reprogram your thinking. From that moment forward, new outcomes become inevitable. You were built to prosper, to grow, to leave a legacy. Say it with conviction. I command my mind, and nothing can stop me.